Nights into Dreams is a really weird game. It was released on a console that nobody bought and was made by a developer who only made one game before. And its legacy is of that one game that Sonic Team made instead of a Blue Hedgehog one. Which in my opinion is kinda sad because the game is quite interesting actually. This isn't some kind of deep analysis or something like that. I'm not really interested in that. The game has been released on Sega Saturn, the console that Sega made and is known for selling terribly. The reason why it failed is because it was the only console during the era to use quads instead of triangles for like models and stuff. And apparently the only reason they did that was because Nvidia was invested in them or something like that. I don't know, look up the Wikipedia article. Also another reason why it failed is because nobody knew how to develop games for it. It sold pretty badly in America and Europe, which is probably why most of its games only released in Japan. Almost the whole library actually, which is a real shame because there's probably a bunch of hidden gems there. You can probably find some fan-made translations for most of them, which is the only way most people will play them anyway. I mean, yeah, I don't think I want to pay $200 for a video game. Because of that, I will be talking about the Steam version, which has the Saturn original and the PS2 Japan exclusive. The PS2 Japan exclusive is like a remastered version, like better graphics and pretty much only that. You can't buy the Steam version anymore because they delisted it. I don't really know why, it was fine and stuff. They did that pretty much with all the Dreamcast games on Steam. Besides Sonic Adventure 1 and Sonic Adventure 2, I think. I don't really know why they did that. So yeah, if you ever want to play, you can find the original copy online, if you're lucky enough, or just pirate it.
Sonic Team.
The game opens with a cutscene showing off this jester character called Knights, flying and stuff. I really like their design with its simple color scheme and big eyes. It really fits this dream spirit thing they are going for. A second clip plays with a girl having a nightmare about doing badly in a singing audition, and you get to see Jury transform into some creepy monsters. And she runs away. Imagine if that happened in real life. Like somebody is an asshole to you and he turns into nightmare fuel. Anyway, I'm gonna try to not clown on these cutscenes, since the game is pretty old, but I will say that they all give off this ominous kind of vibe. The best thing I can compare them to, I guess, is the last episode of Evangelion. You know, the one where Shinji has a mental breakdown and sits on a chair, surrounded by nothing? That kind of vibe. I think it really fits since the game part is supposed to be a dream, and dreams are usually weird and shit. Unless it's just me. You get to choose now if you want to play as a boy or a girl. Your choice doesn't really matter since you will have to play as both of them either way to beat the game. So let's pick the girl for now, because why not? First stage. You spawn in and are immediately attacked by a bunch of monsters who steal your bolts, spheres. You are supposed to go to the building in front of you, but you can also go see the whole map if you can around this UFO thingy. If you get caught, then it's game over. I don't think there's any point in exploring, at least I didn't find anything, so I guess it's only when you run out of time that it has any use. So you go to Nice and you get to play as them now. You control them in a 2D plane, but you have full on 360 another control. You can dash with A or B, which is really helpful when you are short on time, and is used to defeat enemies. It is hard to change at what angle you are flying with it, so you have to be careful about using it. So you will probably have a full bar to use most of the time. You can collect stuff like the spheres or stars by touching them, but also by doing a circle around them. So when there's a bunch of crap in one place, you can collect it all without any trouble. You can also grab enemies. It makes them explode and it throws you in a different direction from which you are facing. One last move knights can do is acrobatics. You can only do it after going through this blue-yellow ring. Your train turns yellow, and by pressing one of the shoulder buttons repeatedly and doing circles, you can do a bunch of poses, like you're a skater or something. Its only use is for getting points. Your goal is pretty simple. You're supposed to collect 20 blue spheres and then get to this spaceship thingy. After that, go to the building at the beginning of the stage, before the timer runs out. If you run out of time, you will become a human again and you will have to go to the building on foot without getting caught by the clock UFO. Collect, spaceship, go to building, repeat that 4 times and you are teleported to the boss of the stage. Beat him as fast as you can for a bigger score multiplier and you will get your rank. If you don't beat the stage boss in the given amount of time, then your whole stage progress will be erased. And you will have to do it all over again. To get to the final level of the boys or girls campaign, you have to get a C rank or higher on all stages. I really wonder how I'm supposed to get a B rank, if it's even possible to get an A rank in this game. I keep getting C's and D's. Oh wait, you can fly over the building. And all the spheres and other stuff has respawned. Well, that changes a lot. So how you're supposed to play the game actually is that you're supposed to get 20 blue spheres as fast as you can, get to the spaceship and then try getting the most points possible, and get to the building when you are really close to having no time left. You know, a lot of people complain about this game being confusing and hard to figure out, but I would say it really isn't. Like, even if you don't figure this stuff out that I just talked about, you still can get the C rank pretty easily. And I know that because I literally did it, without even trying. The game gives you practically no penalties for doing badly, and most of the stuff that's up to you to figure out is in the manual, or the how to play the game option in the menu. Something that I think should be said more often is that when playing a game that's really old and was made before the PS3 era, is that you should always check the manual for the game, because they're usually made as a guide on how to play it, and were usually made with care, besides the story descriptions. Seriously, what is that? What the hell is that? Most of them are archived online, so it's not hard to read them. The only thing I didn't find information about is that you don't have to get to the building and can grind points until you have to go, but I think you can figure that out by yourself. Anyway, the first stage is pretty easy, and I've got to learn how the game works without much of an issue. I also fought this dragon boss, who was pretty simple to figure out. You just fly under his mouth, use the dash move, and repeat this until he explodes. The second stage is this jungle forest type of place. It's a pretty well designed stage, even with it being more open than the last one. It guides you pretty well besides the 4th lap. I got lost and didn't know where I was going, because of the zoom in camera. I kind of dislike when they do this, it's really disorienting. Also, I'm not really a fan of this fish boss here. You are supposed to hit it by going into those red fish things, which make you dash in the straight line. My gripe with it is that it's pretty hard to tell where you are going to dash, and if you hit the boss. If they give it some kind of animation for when it's getting hit, like they did in the dragon fight, it will be pretty good. At least it isn't hard, so that's a plus. The first stage is another forest area, but you will spend half of your time in this museum place. The floor is bouncy in those areas, which is a kind of fun gimmick. Besides that, I don't really know what to say. It's an okay stage, but nothing crazy really. I do like it, but I think I'm getting bored of the green in this game. The boss here is this jester guy that throws cars at you. I'm really fond of him, because if you throw his cape off of him, you can get a ton of hits in, if you are skilled enough. Final stage. The Grove. So instead of a bunch of enemies stealing those colored spheres from you, it's you being thrown off to some random platform floating in the sky. There's absolutely nothing here, so I would just jump off to my death, I guess. Bye bye! Oh, we get to play as our character this time. Your moves don't change at all, besides you not being able to collect stuff by doing circles. But I guess it's supposed to show that our character is getting accustomed to this world, and that they are starting to change and feel better about themselves, and also that they don't need knight's help anymore, which I think is a pretty cool way to show this kind of stuff. If not for the fact that I started this game like an hour ago. and now I'm close to being halfway done through it. In this stage you have to really hurry, because you can't gain any time here at all, and if you run out of time then you have to do the whole thing all over again. Oh, it's the boy. Oh, thanks I guess. Hey look, it's the guy that appeared a second ago. It's the wizard. His name is Wiseman, and he is the final boss here. From what I know, he is supposed to be like a god of this world. I watched like 4 cutscenes of the weird sequel Wii game they made for this franchise, so I'm not 100% sure. It looks kind of cool actually, like a secret Sonic adventure, and it seems to explore the setting and characters more than this game. So nevertheless, this boss is pretty easy. He shoots at you, easy to dodge bullets. You grab him with the other knights, then he makes an obstacle course of rocks. After that he shoots easy to dodge rocks. As his last attack he makes tornadoes, which I think you're supposed to dash through. I don't think you can dodge them. You grab him and dash one last time, and it's over. Oh, that's a cool render. Did he just die? Oh, stage NPCs. Why is the theater empty? I know the story is supposed to be about overcoming anxiety and stuff, but I kind of wonder what's their relationship. Are they like siblings or are they dating? Because what the hell is this supposed to mean? If it's some random dude to her? Maybe we'll find in the boy story. I don't know, let's see. We get a cutscene of our boy Elliot playing basketball. Guess he's ball star once and fucking shit his pants in fear and runs away. This is just like Balan Wonderworld. First stage. Again. Well, it's the same scenery again, but the layout is different. I really like this underwater part, and I think it's the best level in the game. It's easy to navigate, and the whole stage is quite relaxing. The boss is this fat lady that jumps around. You can't get hurt by her at all, but it has a fun mechanic of you having to time your throws in the right direction to break the gates and get to the end. Overall, it's pretty damn good. Second stage. Again. Oh, it's a snow area. It's really pretty, but I have no idea where I'm going or where am I supposed to go. They should have zoomed out the camera or something, because you can't really see shit here. The boss is kind of fun though. He lights up those mice toys, and you have to dash into them. If you are fast with it, you can get rid of them super quickly. Great boss, mid stage. I give it 2 night tokens and a ship out of 5. Third stage. Again. This must be the same canyon that Knuckles went to, except it sucks. It's way too big for its own good, and this ride gimmick is super annoying, because it feels like the game is fighting against me, while I'm just trying to play it properly. At least you can skip it most of the time, so it's not that bad. Is that you, Shadow the Hedgehog? I really like his design. He looks super cool and I wish he had more plot relevance. However, the fight with him blows. You just make circles hoping he gets hit in one of them. Repeat that 3 times until it's over. Final stage. Again. Literally. Yeah, you repeat the same level that you did as the girl and the same exact boss. Let's just get to the ending, I guess. Oh, he didn't die. I guess the moral of the story is... I don't know. Get better or something. Get good. Yeah, I'm sorry, Elliot, but your story doesn't make sense. Your story sucks. I like Tindra's more, but at least I know how the chess guy from Balan Wonderworld's story was created. I see the inspiration, my man. Yuji Naka. I guess I should talk about the unlockables and the music now. There isn't really any post-game content, to be honest. If you get an A rank on the final stage, which is surprisingly easy to do, You get a 2-second cutscene. I did already show them because they add absolutely nothing to the story, and I have no idea why they even bother making them. Like, at all. If you get an A rank on all stages, then the music changes in the last cutscene of the game, which is like, whatever. I'm not doing that. I got 5 A ranks, that's enough for me. The post game sucks, but I'm really in love with the game's music, which was composed by 3 people: Naofumi Hataya, Tomoko Sasaki, and Fumi Kumatani. They all worked on a bunch of Sega games after that, as mostly composers. Like for example Sonic Adventure 2. I listened to the whole soundtrack after finishing the game, and every single song makes me feel like I'm in a dream, which is what they were going for, probably. It's mostly made out of slower and more ambient tunes, but it also has quite a few upbeat tracks which really make me wonder how a 3D Sonic game would look like on a Saturn. Well, one last thing I wanted to talk about is an expansion they released for this game called Christmas Nights. It was bundled with Sega Saturns and some games or Sega magazines, so that more people would be willing to buy the console. In the Steam version, you unlock it by beating the game. Anyway, let's just play it.
The city is covered with Christmas decorations. And people are looking for presents for their loved ones. Among them are Elliot and Clarice. They all look rushed. That gentleman, that lady, that old man.
Why does the narrator
Why do
describe
they
the
have
people
to
in
walk
such a
that
weird way?
fast?
You know what? I prefer those 2D illustrations over the 3D cutscenes in the base game.
In the crowd,
They look so
they
much
feel
better.
something important is missing. The streets look so beautiful. This is the most cheerful time of the year. But it seems like nobody is paying any attention to something important. Walking down the street, they find themselves in the middle of Twin Seeds City, facing the mammoth Twin Seeds Tower. It is decorated beautifully, and the tower appears as one huge Christmas tree. However, they realize what is missing from the Christmas spirit. The one thing nobody seems to notice. There is no shiny star atop the gigantic Christmas tree. Without it, the tree is incomplete.
You get to choose a character, and if you choose Elliot like I did, you get a completely brand new stage to play, which is really great, and it's one of my favorites in the game. I really like the decorations and texture swaps they made to make it really feel like it's Christmas. The boss here is just a reskin of the Dragon Boss, which is fine. If you play as Clarice, you just get a reskin of her first stage, which is also fine since this thing was given for free, and it's not like it's a bad stage or anything. But I am a bit disappointed though. Just a little bit. After you beat both stages, you get this weird cutscene. I guess I will just play it.
They start feeling cheerful again. And now happiness, like the light of a small candle, starts filling the city once again. Everything is okay now. Give a star of happiness to the heart of these brave children. Give a star of happiness to the heart of everyone. Merry Christmas.
was kinda sweet though. Also, dude, are you okay? Why are you sad? What happened? Please don't kill yourself. You could apparently play as Sonic in the Saturn version of this. They removed it in the Steam version, sadly. You just do the same stuff you would do as Knights normally but on foot. It looks kind of cool, but that's about it. There was also a multiplayer mode in the base Saturn game. You just fight each other. You get to play as Knights or Riala. I will probably get a kick out of it. So, is there anything more I can say about this game? Like anything? The game looks really beautiful for its time, and it hasn't aged badly at all, in my opinion. It has quite a unique gameplay and vibe to it that I don't think I have ever seen done up to this day. I do wish that they would focus more on the story, because while it does the job here, it feels more like something they had been forced to add than something they wanted to make. Also, there just should be more levels, like come on, 8 stages, where you have 1 repeat, 1 bad, 1 mid, and 5 I actually like to play. Like, come on. Mario 64, Crash Bandicoot, they had way more than that. I think there should have been like 5 more stages to play, because you can 100% this game in like 3 or 4 hours, Christmas nights included. And I went into it completely blind, so yeah, the game is really short. But even though it's pretty short, I think you should still play it. If you want something unique and weird, just don't expect it to be a masterpiece. You won't find a game like this anywhere, besides the special stages for this Sonic fan game called Sonic Raw Blast 2, so go play that if you want. But yeah, besides that, there's really nothing like it. It will definitely be a game I will remember fondly, but I just hope that they make a sequel for it. So anyway, now that the video is done, I don't know. I'm off to playing Monkey Ball Jr. for the Game Boy Advance.
Ready? Go! Ball out.
Screw this game.